better run when you hear that. I said run when you hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said run when you hear that. Better run when you hear that. I said run when you hear that. I said better run. I said run when you hear that. Run when you hear that. Better run. I said run when you hear that. 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 Me, body, I'm gonna party in Miami.
Good evening, everybody. Bruce Foster here, chewing the fat. Good evening and welcome to a long overdue episode. A bit more laid back. I'm actually sitting down for a change. I normally stand up and prefer to work that way, but for some reason I just wanted to be a bit more laid back and just a little bit easier for myself. And just talk about whatever comes up. So I don't have a guest on tonight, flying solo, which I haven't done for a little while, but then I haven't had that many episodes lately either, so a variety of reasons for that. And as anyone can, witness the last episode with Jimmy Blackwood and Mick Anthony, I was kind of coming to the end of the episode and the interview with the lads, and then suddenly all hell broke loose with the signal dropped out, and I then got myself wrapped up in a 2-week battle with a telco who I won't name, and it just developed into a 2-week shitfest. So I had pretty much informed the telco of what the problem was and what I believed the problem was. We'll get it fixed, I kept getting told. We'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed. That went on and on and on and on. 2 weeks later, I said, nah, enough's enough. And even my 5G backup was absolute shit. And I eventually had enough, and I actually managed to get a rep based in Australia who actually helped me out, and within the space of 20 minutes managed to get myself a new modem, which I had said was the problem from the start, and they never listened, as they do, because they believed they could fix it themselves at no cost to them and everything to me, which I said bullshit, it ain't happening. I'm paying for a service, I ain't got a service, so you fix it. So eventually I got a new modem, and hey presto, bang, bish bash bosh, plugged in, off it went, working fine. And it's been working fine, touch wood, it's working fine, and it continues to work fine for the foreseeable future. And we shall now be able to have weekly podcasts, live streams, whatever comes up. And yeah, that's how it's been going for me the past couple of weeks. Last week I would have went out live, and I just wasn't quite feeling it last week and needed a bit of extra time to myself and time with my family. Well, my granddaughter. And for those of you that know, I've got an 8-month-old, or that don't know, I've got an 8-month-old granddaughter who is the jewel of my eye. And obviously my daughter is as well, and my wife. But yeah, I've got 3 important women in my life, and one of them is my granddaughter. So that I just can't, like, I seen her today, and it's like, I just can't get enough of her, and so that's pretty funny. So anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get on to jet ski stuff. Basically, I'm just going to go round up, and we'll just kind of catch up with what's been happening the past few weeks. Scott, if you're still watching this, or if anybody is still watching this, could I get a thumbs up or a yes, just to indicate to you, or to me, sorry, that the audio is fine. There's no echo, there's no reverb or bounce or whatever, and it's nice and clean. Could I get a thumbs up or a yes from anybody that happens to be watching this? That would be much appreciated. So anyway, I'm just going to continue. I'm just going to crack on, and hopefully in the time that I get to the next screen, I can get a yes, all good, everything's fine, sounds great. Let's go. No, we're not in a guest window. What are you talking about, Brucey boy? Now, let me just get this one looked up and hooked up, I should say. Yep, I think that's the one. It is. And let's go back to screen 1. All right. Josh, you're watching. Is the audio sound okay from your point of view? If no echo, or is it nice and clean audio? Can you give me a thumbs up or a yes? That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to plow on, and let's go. Let's have a catch up here. Wellington Jet Sport Club. Yep, that's great. Thanks, Josh. And yeah, the Wellington Jet Sport Club down New South Wales, New Zealand even. They've got a ride. They've got a comp on this weekend. Let's have a look at that one. A little bit of an event going on. They have their winter enduro, Piton Beach. If you happen to be down that way, look them up. Go see the event. It'll be a cold one, unfortunately, but it'll probably be cold no matter where you are. So whether you're at the water or whether you're out and about around New Zealand, it's looking cold anyway. But go down and support them, even if you pop along for an hour and give them some kind of support, whether it's buying a coffee at their coffee van or whatever they happen to have there, just enough to kind of give back to local clubs who are trying to make it all happen, which is always a good thing for the clubs and the riders. Without the riders and the organisers, these things don't happen. All right, so Wellington, they've got something going on. Let's go to New Zealand again with the Jet Ski Racing New Zealand people, who have a 2-day event coming up. It's an Enduro Series coming up the 22nd and 23rd of August. A little bit of time to plan ahead. So there's one there, Stump Bay. Nice event to look at. And again, go down and support the clubs. Go down and support Jet Ski Racing New Zealand. You don't have to race to support a club or the riders. You just go down there, and if there's a coffee van, if there's a whatever, get down there, sausage sizzle, get in there and help them out and buy and put a bit of money back into the club and put a bit of time back into, give a little time to the clubs as well, even if you're just helping out with a little bit of organising. If you're not into that, just get down and support. So again, support is everything, and participation and engagement with supporters, riders and organisers and sponsors. It's just important to give a good product to potential supporters, racers and sponsors. So please go down there and help out and support to the Jet Ski Racing New Zealand and Wellington Jet Sport Club, both New Zealand, North Island. All right, now Let's go, where are we at? Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. VGSBA put out a public service announcement. They've got a couple of events coming up in August and September. 29th, 30th of August, Kangaroo Lake, and also 27th, 26th of September is also Kangaroo Lake. Plenty of time to plan ahead for this one. Please, it's Kangaroo Lake. It's out past Bendigo. People will say, oh, it's way out the way. But these locations are ideal. They're underutilized. They never get used. Hence why it's easiest to stage them out there. And there's a lot of effort, a lot of planning goes into putting these events together. A lot of things happening behind the scenes that you would be totally unaware even happens. Permits, medical, insurance, it's all happening. And unfortunately, these things ain't cheap these days either. So they've got to be done at suitable locations and and affordable locations as well. So, that's the reality of what's going on just now in our community, in our sport. So that's Jetski Victorian Jetski PWC Association, VGSBA for short. Work that one out because the acronym doesn't match the name, but you know what I mean. All right, so 29th, 30th of August, 26th and 27th of September. Be in it to win it. Okay. Or get down there and help out, support. Have a weekend. There's a band. I believe the camping site is directly across the road from the venue. So can't have it any better than that if you ask me. So let's get around there and get around the Victorians and help them out and support them. I believe there's a contingent heading over from New South Wales, so that would be good to see. Be interesting to see if we get any Queenslanders going. So let's see what happens. So support. That's Victoria. And New South Wales provisional schedule 26-27 season, October 11th, November 1st and 21st or 22nd. And the 21st or 22nd will be a brand new location as well. I'm intrigued to see what this one is. So it could, all the locations have to be confirmed, but 21st, 22nd, new location, that could be interesting. It could be a nice little challenge. Unless it's an older venue, which hasn't been utilised for a number of years, but some of the riders who have been riding a few years may have had some experience on it. So, interesting. Let's see how that goes. Racing up to the November and then into January, it goes from round 4, which is on the 31st of January, and then the 21st of February, and then the 14th of March. Okay, 6 rounds, 1 champion. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see. All right. In it to win it. Down, support, help out, do whatever you can. Put a bit back into the club, either with money, help, manpower, whatever. Support. Get there. All right, now that's New South Wales. The big event coming up in Queensland not this weekend, but the following weekend, is the Cameron Martin Memorial, which was the video you seen at the beginning of the show. Just a little promo video. Let me open it up. Take you to the page. Now, if you want to get tickets in this, you'll have to be a member. You've got to be a member of the club in order to get the ticket. So if I click on this just now, it will take you into the tickets, but it tells you membership is required. So go back to the Queensland page and buy your membership, okay? Purchase your membership here. There it is, there. If you're an interstate, international rider, here is your window here. This one. Let's get that one there. That one over my shoulder. That wasn't easy, actually. If you're an interstate rider, that is your membership. Okay. If you are Oz Warcraft or whatever member, um, then you would be, or an AJSBA member, that one. That is the one you want right there. Okay. If you're a QPWC member, it's this one up top. This one up here. Let me just get my hand right. Oh, can't do it. There. That one up top. All right. My screen doesn't go big enough because I've cut my finger off. Look there. See my finger. My finger just disappears. So it's the $60 one if you're in Queensland. If you're not a member of the club at the moment, that is the one. Or if you're not a member of any club and you live in Queensland, that's the membership you need. Okay, that's the membership you want in order to buy your tickets to enter. Okay, if you're interstate or an affiliate club or in another club, New South Wales, Victoria, Oz Warcraft, AJSBA, this here is your ticket there, your membership, your $10 ticket, all right, to get you to buy your memberships or your entries for the Cameron Martin Enduro, 3 races, 30 minutes each. One day, 3 races, find a champion. Okay, money, cash prize up front. Cash prize, sorry, not up front. Cash prize, prizes up for grabs. 4 classes. We have the naturally aspirated runabouts, the stock runabouts. We have the open men's runabout and the open women's runabout. So basically, the fastest man, fastest woman in the top 3 of each category will be classified in the open or the overall competition. And if you happen to be on a stock runabout and you've entered that class as well, you'll qualify for prizes. And if you're in the podium positions for either the stock runabout or the naturally aspirated. So money. There will be money up for grabs and cash up for grabs. There will also be some items which will be donated, but courtesy of Jet Pilot. And there's a number of sponsors involved with this one. Bender Motorcycles of Australia, they've come on board. We have Brisbane Sea-Doo Can-Am come on board. We've had AJSBA, Australian Jetski Parts, they've come on board. 8-1 Racing have come on board. Jamie is chipping in with Renewed Glow, and Brisbane Kawasaki will be in there as well. If I've missed anyone, I think I've pretty much covered everyone. Good evening, Greg, sorry. I think I've pretty much covered the main sponsors of it. And listen, also the Martin family as well. I cannot forget to mention the Martin family, who have chipped in money towards this every year, but it's only ever usually been the top classes. So the open men's and the open women's, they're actually stumping up money for the naturally aspirated class as well as the stock runabout class as well. So there's money up for grabs for all 4 categories. Okay, so get your entries in. Entries officially close next Wednesday night at midnight, but you can get a late entry in. You can see there on the page it tells you late entry as well. I would rather prefer, sorry, not me, the club would rather prefer everyone enters early, save yourself some money, and remember, if with your entry you get a free t-shirt as well. So get your entries in today, and well, try and get them in as soon as you can. I can't stress enough, not just the QPWC, but every club needs a heads up on who's coming to the events, for planning, for logistics, because there's nothing worse than rolling up or finding out the night before that somebody's not coming. So certain people, a bunch of people are not coming. certain things can't be provided or don't need to be provided, which have been dragged all the way up to the locations. And like I say, they're not on a doorstep; they're out, out where it's easier to stage these events. Okay, so entries in early, free T-shirt with your entry. Remember to put in and select your T-shirt of size, and yeah, so that's that, and there we go. That's it. Any questions, or if you've got any problems, just message or email president at qpwc.org.au. Okay, that will get you an email through to Jamie. That will get you the response that you need. Listen, I'll do what I can to help you. If you want, you can message me directly. I'll do what I can to help you. But if there's certain things I don't know or I'm not aware of, I'll direct you to Jamie. So best bet is email Jamie or drop a comment or a message on the QPWC Messenger page, Facebook Messenger. Okay, now these things don't apply just for QPWC. I'm rambling on about QPWC. Processes are pretty much the same for every club and how they run. Okay, try and get your entries in early so clubs can plan and can stage the best possible event possible. You're putting a lot of time, you're putting a lot of money into these events, and it's only fair that you get a decent product out of it and you get some return out of it as well. Okay, so, and it's not just, like I say, it's not just QPWC. Every club needs to be, given a heads up about what's happening, who's entered, so they can stage the best possible events. All right, now let's move on. All right, now where are we at? I'll get rid of that. All right, now we're lowering the tempo down a little bit here. Now we're going recreational riding, and I can't thank everybody enough for tuning in. I know I've been out of the loop for a couple of weeks. It's nice to have some people. I know there's not a lot on, but it's still nice to have those that have made the time to come on and see what I'm getting up to. And they probably flick in and out. That's fine. I get that. They're probably curious to see what I say. That's fine. I don't mind. Sometimes I'll say it from the lip when I shouldn't, but that's just me. But I don't want to, I'm going to, everything I do is because I want to see the best for everything. I want to see the best for the community. But I want to see the best for the riders as well. And that's what I really, really want, is want to see what, value for money when it comes to racing, value for money even when you're out doing recreational stuff as well, and you have the best experience possible, whether it's racing, fishing, camping, whether you're recreational riding. It's all about experience. It's all about the best experience that you could possibly get at an event or a ride. Okay, so all right, I'm twittering again. Right, here we go. Who's up for the MND ride? It is in September. I believe it's over what does that say? A week, 9 days maybe. That says. There we go. Friday, September 25th to October the 23rd. I can't even read. Sorry. Friday, September the 25th to October the 3rd. I think I said that right. I'm getting all confused. Old age. Anyway, Jetski, Murray River, Albury to Goa. And quite a challenge, 2,000 kilometres. Starting off in Victoria, ending up in South Australia. Big trek, raising money for MND. Worthy charity, as always. It's, these are important ones. MND, ALS, breast cancer awareness. Okay, it's actually quite appropriate because we've got 8-1 Racing who's tuned in and they're in the middle of trying to raise money. Well, they've already raised some money, but want to raise a hell of a lot more through the breast cancer awareness and the National Cancer Foundation of Australia. So jump on their page. They've got stuff going as well. They've got a raffle going. Buy your raffle tickets, donate money, and they're racing for breast cancer awareness with a racing team, Pink Ladies, appropriately enough. So there you go. Jump on and see what they've got. This page here, Guy Basili has obviously posted it. Someone else posted one up as well for the same ride. Can't remember who it was and where I've seen it. But they've got, the great thing about these charities is they already have a templated page. So all you got to do is register yourself and log into it. And then you can sponsor. You can pick pick the amount you want to sponsor or a custom amount. It makes it so easy to do. And you can do it on your phone quite easily as well. And yeah, there's like this $5.5 grand raised already. I know that Dave, I'm just going to ignore that. I know that A1 Racing's Pink Ladies Breast Cancer Awareness Initiative, they've got about, I believe, $2.5 grand or something raised at the moment. I haven't looked at it lately, but I know it's climbing, so that's good to see as well. And we've always got a few other rides and charities that are going on throughout the year. I know that the Christmas presents for kids in care comes up later in the year as well, with a ride. And they try to raise a bucket load of money out of that as well. So this is another one, and MND. Okay, remember MND, and jump on and see what's happening. You can be involved in it if you want. Josh has just put, you can join for just a day or two on the big ride. You don't need to commit to the whole thing. Okay. Aye, okay. So we don't have to commit to the whole ride. That's pretty fair, pretty good. If you can commit to the whole ride, then fantastic. It would be a brilliant experience for anyone that wants to take it. And there is a list of people who I believe are doing the ride and raising money. So I noticed Jake Braun was one of them. He's been quiet about that though. He hasn't said a lot, so he needs to start raising some money. And there's a few others as well, but I've no doubt that'll come soon. But this date's coming up quick, so yeah, don't hang around. Get your donations in, and if you want to take part in a ride, contact them and get involved in it some shape or form. Okay, right, that's the MND ride in end of September, last week in September, first couple of days in October. Okay, Victoria to South Australia, 2,000 kilometres. Okay, good morning, Roxy. How's that British heat wave treating you? All right, that's there we go. Speaking of Jake Braun, that man's been on the phone to me. He I don't know what's happening with this one. This has just came up from yesterday. I got a phone call. Would you be interested in doing a live stream for an event later this year? I'm always up for it. I don't know what the event is, even though there's a poster there saying it's the Spark Olympics. It's a Sea-Doo event hosted by obviously Shoreline and helped out by the Jetski family. It's and good evening, sir. I actually passed your place earlier today because I actually had to go in and speak to Geordie at Shoreline to see. Yeah, I was actually waiting to see I went in to see Geordie to see if he had any excellent. I'm reading things and saying them as I say them, and that's not right. Yeah, so I went into Geordie today to see what the goal was with this event, and it's still a work in progress at the moment. They're not entirely sure. They're trying to firm up and confirm exactly how they're going to do it. It's an idea that's been put out there provisionally. It's looking like it's going to be at the Bayside Wake Park. Now, whether it looks like the Jet Blaster Challenge event, who knows? I think they're provisional. They're looking at sometime in November. This is just a appetizer, just to get people intrigued, and it seems to have, because Trillee's obviously wondering what it is and what it's going to look like. I'm wondering what it's going to look like as well. I was initially told, oh, it would be a live stream for about 8 hours, and I was thinking, what on earth are they going to do for 8 hours? But um, even Geordie doesn't know, Geordie O'Keefe at Shoreline, he's not even sure how it's going to look yet. So they're still trying to work out how it's all going to look. But like, I'm still interested in live streaming it. There will be, whether it's on the Shoreline page or whether it's on my page, it might be on both, who knows. We'll have to wait and see. But there is an event coming up which will promote the Sea-Doo Sparks. How that event's going to look, I have no idea. Geordie doesn't know yet. Jake doesn't know. He's probably got a million, they've both probably got a million ideas going about in their head, but that's for them to figure out and work out. But yeah, that's one to watch. It's going to come up pretty soon. And just watch this space. It will be publicised. I'll share it as well. So if you don't happen to see it anywhere around your local socials or your normal socials, you're guaranteed I'll share it. So I'll put it up just to publicise it, especially if I'm going to be live streaming it as well. So it may not be the whole event. I might only do a finals or whatever shape that takes. So I'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, now, so that's that one. Nice one, well done. Another great thing to look forward to later this year. It's Spark Olympics, hosted by Shoreline. All right, and Geordie and his team there, they put on a great Wave Blaster event, and I'm pretty sure this will be a great event as well. So I love the Wave Blaster Challenge. That was a fantastic event. A great little venue it is, and nice simple concept, but hugely popular and well attended as well. So let's see what happens. All right, now that's that. Where are we heading now? Now, the Canberra Jetski boys, I don't know who else is involved. They've teamed up with, there's a bunch of other riders as well. I believe it's up local. They're up at the Whitsundays doing a little tour around the islands there. It's looking fantastic up there. Let's have a look at some of the pictures. Weather's looking good. Although he's wrapped up, so there must be a bit of a chill. And good time of the year to go up. A little bit cooler. I believe that May, late April, early May is a good time to go for the Whitsundays. Late August, over September is also a good time to go. But it looks good there just now. A little bit of a smear there on Mr. Critical. Salt water. And if you've got a bit of sun cream on your hand or something oily, forget about cleaning your screen. You've got no chance. But it looks lovely up there. Yeah. Oh, nasty. Bit of delaminating there. Ow. Sore one. Oh dear. Somebody's hit something there. Damn. That's not so good. Oh, damn. That's not a good one. I've never looked at these. I've only just saw these today. Like, I saw the initial pictures, but I didn't dive into it like this. So, that's a sore one. Yeah, so that's that. They do have some more up. Let's have a look. There's a day one out of early. Yeah. Guys, if you ever have the chance, get up there. Absolutely beautiful part of the world. It is stunning. It's something else. It really is something different. That looks like Hill Inlet. I would imagine it is. It's certainly not Whitehaven Beach, which is further up that way. But yeah, Hill Inlet's lovely. That's the famous one that everybody sees and everybody always calls it Whitehaven Beach. It's not Whitehaven. It's Hill Inlet. Whitehaven Beach is further up. And watch out for those bombies. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, somebody's that's an injured ski getting taken off to the A&E. Get some work done on it. That's unfortunate. Oof. Lovely. Some whale action. Nice one. And there's some of the boys up there. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see who some of them are. Nice. Cool. There we go. And that was day 1. Day 2, pretty much the same. And see there, that's what it's all about. The social aspect. You've got to get in on the social aspect. It's, yes, that's very nice. So there we go. That's the Canberra Jetski team. There's a few other riders up there as well. And yeah, looks lovely. I still got to do it. I did the Harvey Bay one, and I did Kingfisher and Wathumba, and that was cracking. I loved it. That's the one I really want to do. This one, that one there, that's the one I want to do. So that's next on my list. All right, now let's go jet ski social, Southeast Queensland. Kevin Whiteley and his band of merry riders, all going out regularly. Now, people have been critical, not just of the group, but they've been critical. Some people criticise Kevin. I've had a couple of differences of opinions with him as well. I think what he does is fantastic. It's the guy gets out. You know, like there's riders that get out. There's riders that get out, but he's out. Every time, every opportunity, no matter how bad or good or bad it happens to be, unless he feels it's life threatening, he's out, and he makes no apologies for it, and that I just take my hat off to. And not everybody agrees with him, with his style, his riding, but there's plenty that do because they go out with him, and I can't fault the fact that he's committed to just going out all the time, and he puts up some nice little videos as well and pictures, and to the point where I'm actually going to show you a video he put up as my last video for the show. So I've criticised a few times about how we don't get a lot of videos showing proper rides, because now the Facebook algorithms and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, they favour reels more over traditional videos that we used to watch. And I've been guilty of it as well. I've made my reels for various reasons. I make mine primarily to try and encourage people to just get out there and seize the moment, which is why I've got that little slogan, or grab the moment, live for the moment, whatever you want to call it. It's about getting out there. That's how I want to see it done. Other people have a different view. Kevin showcases the wars as in what they're like and when they are when he's out, and you can't fault that. At the end of the day, it's his way of doing it. I got my way. Other people have their way. We're all here to demonstrate and highlight our waterways in different ways, and so Kevin is definitely one. My bad, sorry. So as you can see, there's a bunch of videos from just being out recently. I can't even get them to switch off. I'm sorry about that. So there he is yesterday. That was yesterday he went out. And yesterday was going to be about the last day of like mint conditions, like on point conditions. Winds were favourable, low winds. Look at the water. You wouldn't even think that was a winter's day. That looks like summer. And this is what I've been saying about where we are and the waters that we live in. It is a pristine part of the world. And on a winter's day when it's like right now, it's 7:40 p.m. and the temperature is, it's claiming it's 20 degrees. I'm not buying that one. That's probably not 20 degrees here. Let me have a look. Let me just check that. And it's cloudy, but I step outside. There, 14 degrees it is at the moment, and it's getting chillier. It's getting colder as we go. The height of the temperatures today would have been about 20 degrees. It was a bit cooler today. I met my daughter, and it was definitely felt a lot colder. That was yesterday, around about the same temperatures, but look at it. Look at those conditions. You could not ask for it being any better than what that was yesterday for Kevin when he went out. Okay, so those are the conditions that we get on quite a regular basis when, even when it's a little bit windy, it's sunny and it's still like that. Okay, you've just got some waves. Can't ask for it to be any better, you know. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to finish with it for show with one of Kevin's videos, and yeah, you'll get a glimpse of how far he went on his ride yesterday. All right, so that's the Jetski social, Southeast Queensland. There we go. A couple of things that were tagged and sent to me that I want to highlight. This one here, which I'm probably going to get a strike against me here by Facebook because it's a copyrighted story. Two Gold Coast jet skiers. I'm not going to play it actually for that reason because I don't want to get a strike against the show for a 30-second clip or a 90-second clip. And that's what's going to happen here. So I just want to shout out. I don't know if the guys are going to see this or going to ever watch this or whether they're going to get tagged in it. I don't know. I just want to shout out to them. A humpback whale, distressed, had caught the rope, the shark net, whatever it was. I believe it was a shark net, or part of the shark net that had already been and wrapped itself around its tail. And two Gold Coast jet skiers dived in and cut the rope off the whale. Absolutely outstanding effort, despite the fact that they probably risked being charged by authorities for doing so. But I'm sorry, they've done a good deed. To charge them for doing something like that would be an absolute sin. And I just want to shout out those two Gold Coast riders that did it. Well done and congratulations to you. All right, now check out the page. I'll put the link up on my Jetski's public page just to share it. Like I say, I don't want to play it because I'm going to get a copyright strike against the show because it's 9 News. All right, so I'm not going to show it on here. All right, now, Mr. Hotwood, he tagged me. I wonder why. Him and his pup doing scuba things again. And let's just play that. Mr. Hotwood, that dog is getting everywhere, and it's kind of blown up the local social medias here. Steven's actually the one that's responsible for it because of he's had scuba since a pup, and the pup has just jumped on the ski and he's trained it and and this is now what you see. There was a bit of a debate. Someone asked a question about how's the dog allowed to ride on the front? Surely that's a distraction or a danger. And hey, listen, if he's doing anything illegal, he would have been called out and pulled up for it by now. Evidently, he's not, or it doesn't seem like he is. I think it's fantastic what him and Scuba do, and they are also featured in a movie, which with a bunch of other dogs and owners as well, about unusual dogs doing unusual things, and it's not just on jet skis; it's a variety of different things. So check Stephen Hopwood's socials. He'll have the information. I believe the film is at a festival next month. I can't remember the name of the movie. Let's just see if I can actually find it just quickly. Let me just branch through here. Look, that dog's on the back. There you go. And the dog and Steve, well, mainly, I think it's mainly, I'm not giving Steve the credit for it. So Scuba's now a brand ambassador, believe it or not. He's doing great, guys. There it is. Top Dog Film Festival. 8th of August at 2 p.m. It is in Brisbane Powerhouse. There we go. So if you're in Brisbane, you can go check it out. A bunch of stuff with different dogs. There it is. Vets Pets Australia. Brand ambassador. So well done. Listen, Steve, you're not the brand ambassador. Your dog is, all right? And I'm just going to poke fun at you for that one. And unless you're using or eating some of those products yourself, Scuba, well done. Well done, that dog. Okay, so nice one. That's that. And there we go. Carl Greenwald, Jetski Adventurers, he had a little run out as well. And let me just play his little video as well, and hopefully it doesn't go skew with. There we go. Let me get the sound on for that one. I'll get it away. So there you go. That's Carl Greenwald. Which reminds me, Mr. Greenwald. Sorry, I got a message from my wife. I thought I'd better check it just in case. You should have said you were going to Peel Island, by the way, because that was the same ride I was on with you, mate. Remember? And I would have went to Peel Island before heading back to Cleveland Ramp. So, yeah, bit disappointed you never invited me to Peel Island. I'm a bit off. All right. Okay, so that's it. That's me for this week. And yeah, good. Nice one. Considering I'm flying solo, let me get out of the way. That's my green. That's the edge of my green screen. um. So yeah, that's me for this week. And what's coming up over the next weekend? I don't think there's any major events coming up. Not that I'm aware of. Wellington obviously have got their event down in New Zealand, so that's this weekend. No, tell a lie, that's actually the weekend after. So, yeah, there's nothing. It's quiet weekend this weekend. Guys, whatever you happen to be up to, have a great time. I'm going to leave you with that video from Kevin of his nice big trek up to Caloundra and back. Big one. So he's done bigger. I'm going to leave it with you until next Wednesday night, 7 o'clock here. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Look after each other and have a great time. Take care.